If we carefully examine a capitalist system, we will see that it's based on exploitation, because the viciousness of capitalism, and the reason why once black people examine it, we can never be for it, is that under a capitalist system, the fruits of those who labor are enjoyed by somebody else.
The root of the problem is Jeff Bezos having employees that had no medical profession illegally COVID tested.
It is a crime for people to live in this rich nation and receive starvation wages.
What should we say about a brand that's responsible for workers' abuses, for workers' deaths?
As a result of the assault on the labor movement, and as a result of the continuing massive transfer of wealth to the already wealthy, we know that 8 billionaires own as much as the poorest half of humanity.
For all the injustices that come and are exploited by Jeff Bezos in order to continually make him the richest man in the world.
Now, 8 people, including Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, they own more than 3.8 billion people combined. Isn't that obscene?
I'm not happy about the death of my sister.
I think the time has come to bring to bear the power of the direct action, the nonviolent direct action movement, on the basic economic conditions that we face all over the country.
So in June, they sent her a letter and said because she was such an outstanding employee and they appreciated her caring and compassion for the warehouse, they were going to be moving her to the COVID safety department. And therefore, she was a safety champion. And her job was entitled to take temperatures, tell people to stand 6 feet away from each other, make sure everyone had masks.
These conditions have been created by global capitalism. And I think this is a period during which we need to begin that process of popular education, which will allow people to understand the interconnections of racism, heteropatriarchy, capitalism.
She was instructed to illegally COVID test, and she was trained by another Amazon employee to stick a Q-tip swab in the nose to do a COVID test with no proper PPE, with no gloves, no mask, just a regular Amazon check mask.
This stage of capitalism has begun to further reveal the obsolescence of the nation state as the most appropriate form of human community.
No matter how I feel about Amazon, my sister was a loyal, she was a faithful, she was a dedicated, a devoted employee. She worked every shift in that warehouse. My sister never said no. She never said no. She came in early, she stayed late.
You know, capitalism doesn't just rape your labor and rip off your resources, it deforms your thinking. It deforms your thinking. You never judge a system by its adherents. You never judge any system by its believers. You judge it by its principles.
2 years of fighting and advocating for Poole and her daughter Gabby, and nothing.
The condition of our people is extreme, and it takes an extreme action to correct an extreme condition. Moderate action or compromising action won't correct it.
This right here is a civil rights moment.
I'm going to keep every promise I made to you, as long as I have a breath in my body, and even after that. And I'm going to say to you that justice is this year. Justice is coming. And I mean that. I'm not going to leave no stone unturned, no paper not filed. I'm going to get justice for you.
The only way the black man's condition can be corrected in America, politically, socially, economically, and otherwise, is if we do it ourselves.
But to be here 2 years later without justice is inhumane by itself.
I should point out that capitalism is very much linked to the global conditions produced by slavery.
Like Christina said, we're not going to give up.
This professor or scientist points out that second-class citizenship is nothing but a modern version of slavery, which means that according to his definition, slavery still exists. 20 million black people here in America are still slaves. The Emancipation Proclamation and the Civil War were fought for nothing.
We have marched around this world speaking about my sister and the injustice that's done on her, the indirect murder from Jeff Bezos' Amazon, forcing my sister to illegally COVID test, where there was no vaccination out.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But if a man doesn't have a job or an income, he has neither life nor liberty and the possibility for the pursuit of happiness.
Amazon's going to have to pay, just as the ALU knows, just as all these other workers all around the country who've been mistreated, they know that Amazon's day is coming. So please, say her name. Say her name. Say her name.